Hey everyone, ChillCraft here. So I wanted to do a complimentary guide to the why you should level up cooking. Now this is going to be a little bit different than the last video I did with leatherworking 1 to 300. I don't think it's difficult to level up cooking. There's a lot of guides out there that really highlight a good method for leveling cooking from 1 to 300. I personally use fishing as a complement to some of these recipes that I listed here. But this guide is more of how can I just make quick buck by flipping a lot of the mats that are available on the auction house with cooking. And this kind of uses the formula that I use in the last guide, where we're trying to target what I believe is the true value of some of these mats used in cooking. So at number 5, I have the Thunder Lizard Tail. So for some of you guys that have watched my previous video, you already know the drill for this. The Thunder Lizard Tail is going to be a horde specific recipe. You probably could get it if you looked into maybe the neutral auction house in Gaijisen or Booty Bay. But if you're Alliance, just stay tuned for the next one. I think it's going to be worth your while. So with the Thunder Lizard Tail, the true value is actually 2 silver and 10 copper. We get this by subtracting the value of our hot spices, which are 40 copper, minus the 250 that you would actually make on one of these lizard tails. The key with the lizard tail that is really interesting is that one lizard tail will actually make 2 of the crispy lizard tails. So you're not able to actually see that individually without knowing a little bit about the recipe. So at number 4, we have the Raptor Flesh. Now, the Raptor Flesh is a recipe that you're going to be able to get pretty early on. I got it by just, grabbing a zipline over to Gromgul and picking that up on the Horde side. I believe there's something very similar on the Alliance side. So you can get this without, fighting or, dying and running to a different location. Now, what we have with the Raptor Flesh and what makes this so good isn't, the trick that I told you guys with the Thunder Lizard Tail. It's just that there's so many Raptor Fleshes basically on the auction house. The true value that we have for the Raptor Flesh is actually going to be 2 silver and 60 copper. And anything that I'm seeing, usually within under 2 silver, I'm buying on the auction house, or I'm bidding low and seeing what comes to me, and I'm able to actually get a lot of stacks of this Raptor Flesh, cook it really quick. It just requires a hot spice and sell it. And each time I'm able to sell one of the cooked products of the Raptor Flesh, it's going to go ahead and get me $2.60 if I've grinded it myself. If not, I'll have to need to subtract it. But the true value for this product is 2 silver and 60 cents. Now, the next item has the same true value. It's the mystery meat, and the same one is 2 silver and 60 cents. And these mystery meat kind of drop from a bunch of different beasts, whether it's scorpions or vultures. And so the mystery meat has the same value. All it requires is a hot spice as well, 40 copper, and you're able to sell these for 260. So with the same thing, I'm looking at the auction house. I'm really looking for anything under 2 silver, and I'm buying a bunch. You can see here from this video that I have a lot that is available to me, and I'm able to just buy these in bulk and flip these pretty quickly. My number 2 seller is the Red Wolf meat. The Red Wolf meat, from my calculations, the true value is 2 silver and 72 copper. With the Red Wolf meat, this recipe was a little hard for me to get just because I needed to get to Feralus for the Horde side. I believe there is another one as well for the Alliance side, and it wasn't as easy to access. But I was able to just do some theory crafting with the Red Wolf meat on Wowhead and basically identify that, this is actually going to sell a lot. And when I looked through the numbers, I just started buying them at, 1 silver, 30 copper, and just bought a bunch. And as soon as I was able to get that recipe, I've made a bunch of stacks, and I was able to turn a quick profit on the Red Wolf meat. So lastly, we have what I think is the best way to make money with cooking, and that is the tiger meat. Now, I might be shooting myself in the foot here because, I might get a lot of competition with people buying tiger meat, but I already went ahead and showed a couple of the guys that were checking me out on the stream last Friday how good tiger meat can be. Now, the true value of how I calculate tiger meat is going to be 5 silver and 85 copper. The reason that this is such a high value mat for cooking is because it kind of has that same trick that I showed you guys with the thunder lizard tails, where it actually just needs 1 piece of tiger meat to make 2 jungle stews, along with the apples and the refreshing water. So it's a very cheap recipe to make, and you're getting twice as much that you would normally get, giving you a pretty good profit. I've been buying these for 3 silver, 2 silver. I've gotten them extremely cheap, and I'll usually buy these all the way up to 5 silver. I like to leave a couple of them in the auction house there so that people will continue to put it at lower than 5 values, and I can keep buying them. And then at the end of the day, when I'm just stopping playing, I'll buy these in bulk. So if you want to see basically how quickly you can generate this money, on my Twitch video, I kind of created a highlight with the chat that I had with some of the guys on stream, and I showed how basically I was using tiger meat and the Raptor Flesh to basically make about 3 gold in 15 minutes. And that's basically semi-AFK. I mean, you could set it up, go do the dishes, go take your dog for a walk, do other things that you're planning on doing anyways, and then come back and you just have all of that kind of set up and cooking, and you just vendor it, and you've made 3 gold in 15 minutes. And if you put that at the hour value, that's about 12 gold an hour, which is really nothing to scoff at. There's a lot of people who grind for a lot less than that, and it's something that's gonna change, of course, depending on how much of the materials you have or how much of it is available at good prices on the auction house. But up until now, I've been able to get about 25 gold on hand between all my characters. I've set them up with rune cloth bags, and I've been able to actually invest in other products that I think that will create more value in the upcoming phases. And that's kind of where I'm going to be taking the channel in the next couple of videos, is starting to think about how I can plan for a growing economy and what things I should probably buy early. So if you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe. You might want to check out that Twitch video that I recommended here. I'll probably go ahead and just download it and put it here on YouTube after this video goes live as well. I've set up a Patreon page. I have a second channel. This is actually my second channel. I have a primary channel called Nintendo and Chill, where I do video game mixes and stuff like that. And a lot of my links to my Patreon and my Discord kind of takes you to that content. And so this week I'm going to be trying to kind of isolate those two. So I've gone ahead and updated my Patreon page. If you guys want to support me as I kind of create these videos, I've created a couple of tier guides. If you're looking to kind of get access to these videos before it goes live on YouTube, go ahead and support me on Patreon. I'll give you access to that. And if there's any other ideas that you guys have for videos on WoW Classic, whether it's money making or anything else, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'm just constantly looking to improve at making the videos, and also content that I think not a lot of content creators out there are really trying to do. There's a lot of stuff, on how to level quickly and all these things. But, I'm focused on trying to do things that I think are interesting in the game that I don't see a lot of people really focusing on at the moment. So hopefully you've been enjoying these videos. Thanks for watching. Take care.